are you? Thanks for coming in, cleansing the energy, cleansing the vibes. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the channel. This is Purusha Intuitive. I'm Deborah, and we're doing our morning messages for the day. So welcome if you're new. So happy to have you here. The morning messages that I do for the weekend are just supposed to be really like gentle, supportive, inspirational messages for you to start your day. Life can be really heavy at times. We just entered Piscean season. Happy birthday to anyone. The love card just popped out. Yay, I love love. But obviously it can make things very like emotions, feelings, our intuition, dream world very heightened. We can be having a lot of crazy or intense dreams. Our body, mind, soul works through our healing in those spaces. So this is a collective reading. It might not resonate for everyone, but hopefully it does. If it doesn't, leave it behind. It's fluid whenever you watch it. Like I said, as long as it resonates for you. Okay. We'll start with some oracle cards. I like this deck. It's the Universal Love deck. So love of self. I think that there's a strong emphasis on that today. I'm definitely feeling it in my own heart, in my own world. The places that we just need to accept us as we are. I was contemplating the shadow self and how it can be really tricky. It can make us feel really low and really unworthy, but it's not the case. We need that in order to bring forth the light. I often think of it as like it is the tension that helps us to grow and evolve and step into more beautiful and heart-honoring things, golden memories. So there might be some stuff that's coming up for you today that's kind of bringing you back towards the past. Dealing with situations that maybe you left behind that you weren't 100% ready to. Things that were kind of painful is what I'm hearing. I don't mean to be Debbie Downer this morning, I promise. Just sharing what I'm receiving. What I love about this though is it's an opportunity, even if things don't always end in the highest and best way or how we want or how we envision it, we can still tap into that energy of love and connection that we share with those people or that situation, right? It doesn't have to be like a crapshoot, essentially. Yeah, heaven on earth. It's so beautiful. I like this concept of, I think that's, well, I've heard it said in the opposite way that life can really be challenging, right? But I think we also have this opportunity through our wellness, through our self-care, through the love that we give ourselves and others to really make our life a fulfilling and positive experience. Yeah, it doesn't specifically mean that we can get away with like not having the challenge and the difficulty and the pain, but it also allows us to really work to have that level of refinement in our life. A lot of times happiness is a choice, right? We hear that so often nowadays. I do link it a lot to our consciousness, especially having a background in Maharishi Ayurveda. It talks about how consciousness is self-referral. And if we don't have clear thinking, it's really hard to see things clearly, then we're functioning more out of our fear, our anger, our inadequacies, the places that, we don't feel like we're worthy or valuable. And that's just not true. It's not true. No matter how shady you are, you know, I think a lot of times triggering, wounding, pain, it's just a cover up, you know, for our light soul, or, you know, I mean, not that everything's, I'm a little rose colored glasses. I'm sure you guys can tell if you follow along in the readings. Yeah, but it is kind of like, I love that energy. It's really calling in the goddess or God within you. It's hard to connect to that part of ourselves, right? Because we know ourselves the most intimately. I think that the hardships, the challenges, the struggles, the memories of the past lead us on our path towards this strength, this evolution, creating heaven on earth, so that we can really be that full version of ourselves, or in alignment with who we are, right? Alignment just means being so connected with who we are that we know what is the highest and best path for us, what decisions we need to make, how to navigate people, places, and things. And that's probably one of like the lifelong discoveries, is knowing who we are. There's something about that that's beginning for you, that's starting. The Fool. I love this deck. It's so ethereal. But just connecting with that part of you that wants a fresh start, that wants that new beginning. You know, you could be coming from a place that you were in a situation for a long time. Maybe you thought you'd always be there, and that suddenly changed and shifted. Sometimes the pain can weigh us down, you know, even when we are working to connect with and achieve our emotional fulfillment that we find in the Ten of Cups. It can be hard to get to that space, because it means that we do have to speak our truth. We do have to empower ourselves. We have to know who we are. And you're on this self-discovery to find that. It's so beautiful. Can you tell I'm feeling a little mushy this morning? I'm sending all the love your way. I hope you receive it. You deserve it. Okay. I don't really read reversals. I didn't go through this deck either, guys, so I'm sorry. Some of them might pop up that way. With the Four of Pentacles, I hear this is a lot about self-protection. Be mindful about that. I think it makes a lot of sense when we're coming from a space or a situation that might have really hurt us. You know, where we kind of had to re-find that level of self-worth and value. Maybe we had someone really kind of take us down in a way, you know, berate us, put us down, shame us, devalue us, whether it was through word or action. Maybe they didn't even know that they were doing it. You know, sometimes people just functioning out of their own wounding. Sometimes people don't really look at their actions. I feel like this is coming from that place of not wanting to be hurt again. You know, that Four of Pentacles. Protecting what you have, protecting what is yours, not letting anyone else stomp on that. This can be a miserly card, but I actually almost feel like it's a positive message today. Like, it's important for you to self-protect is what I'm hearing, especially as you're kind of discovering what it is that is connecting you to your happiness. All right, let's look at this other energy. 8 of Wands. So communication coming in. Those messages, maybe that's what this golden memories is, connecting with the past. It's a wish. Maybe this is something that you've kind of wanted or hoped for. With that person blowing the dandelions. I love that. That's like one of my favorite things to do. You know? It's so like childlike, but I find it incredibly fulfilling. Yeah, I feel like this is getting a message, communication from someone. Yep. This is about what I feel like you both wanted with that 9 of Cups. Maybe it just took some time to allow things to come into fruition. Right? Gosh, dude, they're all upside down. Okay. So we have 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. So this is, it's a progressive energy that you're dealing with. Maybe someone who is more independent, who is more self-focused, who doesn't really take you into account. Like I said, there is that residual energy where you feel like you need to protect yourself. From this person, I don't know. I don't think it's like a, you know, these messages are supposed to be light. I really don't like throwing too much shade at people. In an ideal world. Okay. You're focused a lot on your home, your family, what you're growing and building. Yeah, maybe I just like keeping it really simple, really basic, very grounded in the present moment. But all that is so important. There we go. Finally. All of it is so important when we're building a new phase of life for ourselves. And you have a lot of new beginnings. And I feel like you want to be more intentional about how you're approaching this. I feel like maybe this person or situation just wasn't really available. You know, they probably liked and wanted the connection with you with that 9 of Cups, or maybe they were what you wanted, but there wasn't a lot of communication around that. You probably didn't really know, is what I'm hearing. What do they want? Oh, the Lovers. I love this. This is my favorite lover. This is such a gorgeous deck. I know I've said that like 3 times. They want love. They want to come back, you know, and it doesn't just have to be a relationship. It can be romantic. Well, yeah, romantic relationship. It can be from the past, someone coming back in, but this can also just be someone you had that really good synergy with, someone you're incredibly close to, that you love deeply. They want to come back in and find that connection with you. Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, grounding and rooting in the material world. Partnership energy, for sure. But this person's moving slower. So we have the Queen and the Knight of Pentacles. You know, I think that they look at you like you are, you know, you're kind of on this pedestal. I don't think you feel that way in their eyes though, because your energy is very grounded. It's very, well, you have all Pentacles energy, you know, and this is like a very stable energy that's coming from your end. Where for them, it's like they want, they desire, but there still is this, with that 9 of Pentacles, it really talks about them, you know, kind of maintaining their own autonomy, which I'm all about. I don't think it's like good to be codependent or enmeshed in relationships. You're totally allowed to have your freedom. I think that it's also like you want to make sure someone has that same kind of expectations that you do about how much you do come together and work together. And I don't know that is there. You know, I think this person really loves you and gravitates towards you 100%, but they might not be 100% certain on what they want yet. Maybe there is fear of losing you. Maybe there is fear that the situation is going to dissipate if something doesn't get said. Maybe that's why they're coming to you today. They've been thinking about you, dreaming about you a lot. Lots of Pentacles energy, guys. Lots of Earth energy. So, like I said, Pentacles represent our material world, like what's kind of happening in front of us. And that talks about them feeling left out, you know? They don't really like that. Maybe you haven't really been talking to them too much and it's stressing them out. It's stressing them out 100%. If you do connect with this person, I'd really encourage you to have your questions ready, yeah, because that Four of Cups talks about them not really valuing or appreciating the connection. So be really mindful, because again, this is you stepping back into that goddess or God energy from the space of creating happiness and fulfillment with this life you have. And that's the one thing about the Pentacle energy that really helps this reading this morning, is because yes, there is love, emotion, feeling with connections like this that are so incredibly deep. But sometimes we just have to make the practical decision. Sometimes we do have to remove the love, the emotion is what I'm saying. Not the love, I mean, we always want to keep loving one another. But just that value of sometimes we have to take the emotion out of it and look at it with that practical scrutinizing eye. Because it's not wishing it into being is not specifically going to happen. It's going to take its sweet time, right? There's a way to honor this sacrament with this individual. The Hierophant is family, it's tradition, it's honoring our values, our morals, those deep relationships that we have. Ooh, I love the Empress. We get that confirmation on the goddess energy. So I'm hearing it's like you have the opportunity to figure out how you're going to show up in this way. You're the one who's kind of moving the pieces in the background, and not from a space of manipulation, obviously. I'm not saying that, but it feels very like it's coming from that space of your abundance, your ability to thrive. But there is a lot of conflict around this situation. And, you know, what I'm hearing is it's not necessarily going to all solve itself today. I feel like it's going to take time. Maybe today is just the starting conversation of how you can be a little bit more on the same page, especially if you guys do have family, children, connections together that are a little bit more committal than, you know, just casually dating or something like that. All right, guys, let's wrap this up. Stay the course. Really listen to your gut instincts, your intuition. Like I said, ask those questions. Why is this person coming back around? What are they trying to say? Mindful creation. I think this is also, you know, sometimes when we get hurt or relationships don't pan out the way we want, it's easy to blame and project. I'm hearing that this is a really good opportunity to kind of handle it from that space of the Empress, being above reproach, as my mother would say, you know, just kind of like being a person of integrity, you know, really kind of understanding, looking at the person for who they are, recognizing your responsibility and your choices, right? So that we're not shifting a bunch of stuff. And finding your calm. They might challenge you a little bit around this, or they might be intentionally trying to work you up. It's a really good opportunity for you to, again, step into that Empress energy, that Goddess God energy of saying, you know, people can have their opinions, their thoughts, their beliefs, but really what matters is what you think about you, right? At the end of the day, it's not easy, but we are the only people that have, like in our own lives, I should say, that have the capacity to create heaven on earth, to find that happiness, to find that fulfillment. And when we make the choices to do so, that's when we are empowered. That's when we again find that happiness. Not because we're working so hard to please every other person, all the shoulds that get put on us, etc. That never makes anyone happy. I'm sure you guys know. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sending so much love and blessings your way as you navigate the day. Thank you for all the love and support to the channel. I wish you a lot of love and blessings.